In this activity, I want to have students use the iPad to move these identifiers to the correct spot to identify the apple parts. And right now this slide is not set up effectively for that activity because a student, if they click in the wrong spot, is going to move the wrong thing and this whole activity is going to fall apart. So we're going to quick show you a way to take pieces of your slide and make those static and stuck in place. So the first step is to move everything that you want movable outside of the slide. So these are all my identifiers. These are what I want students to be able to move. So I'm going to get those out of the way off to the side. And then I'm going to take a screenshot of what I want to stay in place. So I want all of these different pieces to not be movable. So once I have that set, I'm going to take a screenshot. That's a 3-step process. You're going to click Shift Command 4, and up is going to pop a little crosshair. And I'm going to just take a screenshot of this whole slide. You don't have to get perfect, but try to get as close to the size of the slide as you can. So I'm going to drag and drop across the whole slide. And then drop, let go. And you can hear it took a picture, which is going to go to my desktop. You can see I've actually screenshotted it a couple times. Here it is. So now I'm going to select what's on my slide, all these pieces. I can just drag and drop to select them all. I'm going to delete them and get rid of them. I've got a blank slide, and I'm going to bring in my background now, change the background. I'm going to choose from an image. And then it says drag your image here. I'm just going to grab that screenshot, drop it in. Now it looks exactly like it looked before, except everything is locked in place. And now I could have students using an iPad and grabbing these identifiers and moving them to the place that they go. One more tip for when students are moving things around. It's not as easy for a student to drag and drop a text box on the iPad. It's actually easier if these are images. So one tip I like to give people is to, instead of putting your movable pieces as text boxes, make them images. So to do that, what I'm going to do is just Shift Command 4, and I'm going to screenshot the identifier. I'm going to delete this text box. And I'm going to drag and drop that in as an image. Now students can click anywhere on that image to move it to the correct spot. Versus when I click on a text box, I actually have to go on the outside of the text box to move that around, and that can get tricky for kids. So again, Shift Command 4, if I screenshot this, that's going to be a lot easier to move. Notice my mouse can go anywhere on that image and it's a lot easier to move.